Hi, today C and A-silicones will discuss their problem in the studio as we promised. Saving on the price of the material in a difficult case is not always justified, as well as use of expensive material for overcautions. Our view that A and C silicones are both beautiful, but only when you know how to use. Today's battle will clear the air. First we get to know the fighters better, and for this we need to slightly dive into the chemistry. A and C silicones from one class of material, polysiloxanes. Their main difference is in the type of curing. In C-silicones, condensation type, and in A, additional. C-silicones consist of a base, a paste, representing many individual molecules of silicon. They cannot connect each other, because their end groups closed by OH. Besides the base, there is a tube with gel. Its main component is tetraethoxysilane. Despite the complex name, it's only a compound of alcohol with silicone. There are more components in the tube, but we will not go so deep into chemistry. Tetraethoxysilane getting into the base tiers of hydrogen ions from its end groups, forming alcohol as a byproduct, and releases silicone, which links silicone molecules together providing curing. Alcohol gradually evaporates and shrinkage progressing in time develops. A-silicones were created in such a way that the reaction proceeds without the release of alcohol. To do this, scientists decided to take two different silicones, which would polymerize by adding one to another. This type of reaction was called additive. So in one can there is a silicone with closed end grooves by vinyl, and in the other a platinum-based reaction catalyst and silicone, which has reactive groups with hydrogen, and which are eager to connect with vinyl. When mixing two pastes, platinum tears the double bond of vinyl in silicone from the first can, which is then reconstituted by bonding with hydrogen from the second can. The results of the comparison of shrinkage of A and C silicones differ, since the experiments are carried out in a different ways, using different biflowability materials and methods for taking impressions. Then more fluid a material is, then less filler in it. Silica and quartz, for example. The less filler, the shrinkage is stronger. Therefore, the shrinkage of the base mass with a light body mass is less than that of a light body mass without a base. However, almost everyone agrees that condensation is characterized by constant shrinkage, and time plays against us, and after 72 hours shrinkage, according to some data, may be 1%. At a thickness of impression in 0.5 cm will be 0.05 mm or 50 microns. That is critical when working with implants and bar systems. When removing from the oral cavity, both silicones are deformed, so you need to wait for its elastic return to the primary form, and only then cast the model. Elastic recovery in A-silicone is slightly better, but if the courier delivers impression as Ace Ventura, then this will not save. A and C silicones are used when you need an accurate impression, but if we are talking about large or total work, then A silicones are more convenient than C. They offer a wider choice of flowability and hardness, which C silicones cannot boast of. Mixing C silicones causes many difficulties when mixing the base. The activator remains on the gloves and they have to be changed. To mix the light body mass equal without excess and without staining everything around, a black belt is required. After mixing, you need to have time to bring the material in the syringe, in the area of the edge of preparation on the impression, and to put in the oral cavity. A-silicones have no such problems, because light body mass mixing automatically and delivered through the spot. C-silicones have the ability to affect the speed of polymerization. However, there is no clear guidance on how much to increase or decrease the amount of activator. Due to an excess of gel, the mass can become elastic even during mixing. This means you will not get a quality impression. The stresses inside the mass deform it. With a lack of gel, it will be distributed unevenly and areas of different density will be formed, which again will cause internal stresses and deformation. Undoubtedly, the impression of C-silicone will be cheaper, but do you remember about its progressive shrinkage? If you are not sure that the model will be cast within 24 hours, then its error will become more significant with each passing hour. It means again anesthesia, retraction, and retaking of the impression. And what will be cheaper in the end? With A-silicones you can safely take a print without bothering when it will be cast. Thus, C-silicones becomes the winner in categories. Small prosthetic works with the possibility of casting a model in the first 24 hours. Case for temporary crowns and mock-up. Diagnostic and antagonist models. A-silicones, absolute champions in categories. Works with a remote lab, complex, large and total works. When the need may recast models. As can be seen from the cost, an impression from A-silicone is more expensive. Next time in the ring we will meet machine silicones and polyesters. Wish you excellent impressions. Bye.